All right, here we go. Welcome to Wake in the Future. I am Pat.
Good morning, Wake in the Future. I am Joel. Today is Sunday, November 22nd. And as usual, we have no shortage of information here. There's stuff all over the place. But the one that I really want to focus on, Pat, is this Washington Standard one.
Yeah.
And this is the emergency use authorization. This one in particular comes from, I believe, Washington Standard. And we have to assume this article is from yesterday. I'm gonna go with the 100% pretty much guarantee that they get this emergency use authorization.
It would seem that way.
And once the FDA approves it, they say we will ship millions of doses of vaccine within 24 hours of FDA approval. So my message is hope and help are on the way. As I said, Thursday is the announced pending emergency use application. So that's pretty scary, okay?
Right.
But what I want to focus on is this general, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Gus Perna. He's the general of Operation Warp Speed.
Right. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff going around that what he said was fake news. And it is absolutely 100% not fake news. Okay. Yeah. He let's see, what did he say?
Well, we have it right here on this video. Let me just make sure that our sound is shared. It says here to go to the 25-second mark.
A threat issued today to all Americans by General Gus Perna.
Two things we must have. One, upon emergency use authorization, all of America must receive vaccine within 24 hours, as I said. I think this is incredibly important. Fair and equitable distribution of the vaccine throughout the country simultaneously. There is no haves and have-nots. It is an equitable distribution, and we are driving hard to make sure that that happens.
So literally, I think maybe the general spoke incorrectly when he said receive, in the sense of, or maybe it was taken out of context, but I think that it's more the places of distribution will see these within 24 hours. But regardless,
well, we're splitting
they're
hairs
planning.
At that point.
Yeah, exactly. We're splitting hairs, but regardless, I mean, we're going to see, the distribution go fast on this, and that's scary because the numbers just don't tell us a story of needing it.
Yeah, the numbers aren't adding up with everything that's going on. And, this morning I woke up kind of early, Pat, and I'm just finding stuff all over the place.
Tell me about it.
Over the place. Like we didn't know, we've known for basically from the beginning that these numbers are skewed, but these numbers are absolutely 100% backwards.
Yeah.
And we can see it from that. I was reading another article in Just the News. And Pat, if you could bring up that chart, really that chart real quick, I think is enough to show exactly what they're doing.
Where's the chart on this one? I forget. Wait a minute. Oh, that was in the video. Hang on one moment here. This chart here, right?
Yes.
All right, with Miss Kaylee.
We're taking this seriously. This is hospitalization and high-risk seniors.
And this is the chart that you're talking about here, Joel.
Yes. Look at, for a long time they've been saying the elderly, right?
Yeah.
So we see,
we see the biggest spike back here between March and April. Just so everyone knows watching, it's hard to read the months down here at the bottom.
Right. So per 100 cases at the peak, we were at about 32. Let's call it 30. Since treatment has gotten better, we've, as things like this go on, we obviously learn. And look at that decline, Pat. Yeah. Look at that.
Hey, I think when they had said 2 weeks to flatten the curve, that this is kind of what they were talking about. It just took them, 11 months to do it or 10 months to do it.
Which is whatever.
But it's done.
This thing was brand new to make a call to say we can flatten this in 2 months, 2 weeks. That's just ridiculous. Yeah. And none of this backs up anything that we've been seeing. I mean, I'm seeing stuff that you're not even allowed to exercise over in Australia.
Dude, they're not allowed to take their dogs out for walks. I saw something about the other day. I don't know. I think that was maybe in New South Wales. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we are literally entering, this Orwellian, and just forget about even, it's a violation of our First Amendment. So forget all that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a violation of our human rights.
Yeah.
As we're born.
In general, no country, no nothing. This is just all around. Humanity is losing right now because of fear. Because there are so many people out there that have bought into this fear and this hysteria. And as this chart clearly shows, guys, honestly, 18 to 39, it was barely even a blip. And then 70 and older, yeah, that was an issue. And right from the get-go, Joel and I said it along with most other people, those are the people we need to focus and concentrate on. And meanwhile, down in New York, while they're trying to give the frickin' governor down there some Emmy award, I saw, right? For his handling of the coronavirus and the briefings and all that. Meanwhile, how many sick, elderly rather, died in nursing homes in New York alone? As a result of him just locking everybody up and treating everybody the same. It was kind of like
sending quote unquote people that were positive with whatever.
Yeah.
And to, probably the flu. And he brings it,
pneumonia, 1984. The flu, whatever it may be. And just basically they would sit there and they would rot and die because nobody was allowed to go in the rooms to help them and treat them. And that is just not the way it's supposed to be. So, hopefully that was some fake news, the whole Emmy award thing.
Dude, this is on
it's disgusting. When you sent it to me, I know when you sent it to me, I was like, all right, maybe it's his brother there, whatever his name is on CNN, Chris Cuomo. But no, it's definitely the governor, and it's just disgusting. I mean, it just goes to show that this is just an act. It's all part of the show, just to kind of transform slowly, only now it's going real fast, and it's bad.
It would just censored to the point of, the big techs got us under their wing,
Yeah.
And
well, George Orwell could have never predicted how easily this would be to have happen, or maybe he could have, who knows. But I'll say this, Joel, back to the vaccine one last time for the day, guys, I know anybody listening to us is more than likely to not take the vaccine. That's your first, your first reaction, but just bear in mind that this is not going to be a decision made lightly. This decision to not take this vaccine is going to come with severe life-altering consequences, because, we're seeing it start to happen state by state with the flu vaccine in this country as well as others. The UK is getting hit just as bad as we are with it, where companies are now requiring a flu shot just to stay employed. And, people are starting to lose their jobs when they say no. Nurses, in particular right now, they're starting to lose their jobs. So wait for this COVID vax to start rolling out heavy. And guess what? People are going to have a big decision to make. So you need to think this through. You need to be planning ahead to know, is there something else that you can do to provide for your family, to feed your children? Because if you don't, this may be something that catches you off guard, and then all of a sudden you have to get this mRNA vaccine that's going to change your DNA, et cetera, and do God knows what. So
over there in the UK, what they call the Halloween Horror Show press conference used by Sir Patrick, Chief Medical Officer, Professor
no relation,
Chris Whitty. They had suggested that COVID-19 deaths could reach 4,000 a day. Okay, with 10 days to go, they're at less than 15% of that number. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The hospitals aren't full. No. Nobody's sick, yet they're rolling out mass vaccination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for the hospitals, it's easy for them to do that, right? Because they've got the masses so scared, they don't even want to step foot near a hospital. So all they've got to do is basically say hospitals are full. And then when people like us go out there and actually physically research it, and, you know, Joel and I haven't done that, but there's plenty of people out there that are physically going to these hospitals to research. I'll say, for example, my girlfriend had to go to a pretty big hospital here in Massachusetts just the other day for a procedure. There's nothing going on there other than the fact that, you know, she was given oxygen and she had to keep her face mask on while they pumped oxygen to her. I mean, literally just insanity. That's the only thing that's going on in these hospitals is utter insanity. There's no patients there, though, as far as more or less than any other time in you know, recent years. So
that's it, guys. Wanted to come at you guys real quick. Yep. This thing is going to be rolled out. It is going to be rolled out here in the States very shortly. I think it was Friday that they put in for that emergency use.
This coming Friday or next, this past or this coming? I think it's this coming Friday.
Well, this past was when they went for the authorization.
Okay, so we'll see it this week probably around
Thanksgiving. It's going to be a very, very interesting week, I think. So everybody, stay woke. I'm sure we will be at you later today.
Yeah.
And there's just so much going on, guys. It's just very important to take care of your own, wake up and be aware of what's going on, because more than likely there are going to be some life-changing decisions to make as far as this vaccine goes, or whatever they want to call it. And so that's it, guys. Thank you to everybody. Rumble, BitChute, brand new Tube, Facebook, Parler, Patreons. You guys make this thing happen. Thank you. We will see you later.
Absolutely, everyone. Have a great Sunday, and we will talk to you later.
Laters.